Hi, my name is Nadeem Ahmed, and initially I started off as a model, did my little strutting thing on the runway, so I've kind of dropped the strut for the canvases now, so now I like to dabble with a bit of brush here and there. But just a little bit of history about me as well. I did a lot of modelling, did a lot of catwalk shows and everything, but I studied art but actually never did anything with it. So I thought, you know what, it's just time to get on with it now. So actually being in front of an easel and having the canvas there and having your brush is the most exhilarating experience. So what I tend to do is, as soon as I've got my canvas out there, I just lose myself for a good few hours. I've got to have my chill out music on the background, of course, just to kind of keep me going and keep me inspired as well. But actually, before I forget as well, it is Amitabh Bachchan's 72nd birthday today. How amazing is that? So a massive happy birthday to him. And I've got to tell you as well, I was invited to a Bollywood party and I had to dress up as a character. And I dressed up as one of his characters. Now the thing is, I actually wore, I can't even remember the name of his character or even the film, but I'll give you a good description and surely you'll know of it. So I had to wear like the pink, the scarf around the neck, sorry, not around the neck, around the forehead, and it was like a black and white waistcoat with the white shirt, and the waistcoat had like, they looked like little crosses almost, but it was that character anyway. So yeah, wherever you are, Amitabh Bachchan, I'm sure you're living at large, in Mumbai, in Juhu apparently, I think it is where you live, because I'm sure I've been past your house a couple of times whilst I've been in Mumbai. So yeah, it's all good, and I'm sure he's living at large with his wife, who doesn't look very happy all the time, but maybe she will be today because it's his birthday. Maybe she'll make a special guest. No, maybe she'll be quite nice today because it is his birthday. But anyway, going back to my artwork as well, a lot of my work is very heavily influenced from the Middle East, because I do feel quite strongly connected to the Middle East, because I spent a lot of time in Dubai and I've stayed in Egypt as well for a long time. And there you see some of the most extraordinary things, like the most random things. And when you go into the temples, you see how strong the colours are on the walls. These are like 3,000-year-old temples, and it's just so inspiring, and the colours are so vibrant still. And some of the times I've had there has been so amazing, like doing horseback riding by the pyramids, and almost falling off a horse, but that's another story within itself. And the fact that you're having your lunch at Pizza Hut or KFC, and you've got the most spectacular views of the world, like the Sphinx. I mean, you don't get that in London now, do you? Let's face it. But it's all been very inspiring. So I thought, what I'm going to do, actually before I go on as well, I have travelled to Turkey, to where else? Where did I go? Okay, let me think. Oh yeah, obviously Dubai, and Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, and quite extensively I spent a lot of time in Egypt. So I think a lot of my influences have kind of come from there. And for me, it's very important about having that vibrancy and the use of primary and secondary colours, because it's true what they say, these colours make so many millions of colours. And for me, I think when you look at a painting, you've got to feel the essence of it, and you've got to really get a good gist. And I want people who do look at my paintings to kind of lose themselves for a while. So, because it's a feeling of happiness, it's positive energy flowing. So when you do look at my paintings, hopefully not only will you buy it, you will go away feeling, you know what, it's actually not bad, it's all right, I can live with that, and I won't mind that in my living room. So yeah, as you can see just behind me, I've got 4 here. That one's called Desert Heat, because you can see the sun kind of seeping down into the buildings. And then moving on, you've got Noor, which is very much about the light and the lights within. I mean, that was very heavily inspired by the Blue Mosque and inside of the mosque there. And then there's a painting there called Hayat, which means life in Arabic. So it's all about the twists and turns in life, but the fact that there is light at the end, because the words themselves are written in quite bright colours. And then moving on to Mirage, which is one of my personal favourites, because I have this very strong bond with Egypt. And you see that the pyramids sort of silhouetted, and then you've got the sun, and it says Sahara in Arabic there. And I've got the mirrors here, because that reflects the mirages that you actually see in the desert. Because for me, there's nothing more exhilarating than being stuck in the desert, so you're just surrounded by sand. And in a nutshell, that's me. So what else can I say? I think I've talked too much anyway, but hey.